By the end of this story, everything would change. But first, let me tell you how it all started. Imagine being on a late-night IT support line, and suddenly, the phone rings. Not just any call though, one that's going to take you through a roller coaster of emotions from frustration to disbelief. If you enjoy stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got a wild ride ahead. It was 11:03 p.m. on a quiet Tuesday night when the phone rang at our out-of-hours service desk. I had been working for hours, providing general IT support from hundreds of miles away where no one could see me, and no one expected much from us except to handle their digital emergencies. Little did I know that this call was about to become the talk of my team. "Service desk," I answered, ready to solve another IT issue, or so I thought. "I can't get into the building. Open the door," came a frantic voice on the other end of the line. My heart sank as I realized where this was heading. "I'm sorry, you're calling the IT emergency line. I can't open doors from here. We're hundreds of miles away." The caller's tone shifted to one of sheer panic and anger. "So you can't help me? Why can't you help me?" "Ma'am, this is for major system failures or general out-of-hours IT support," I explained with a calmness that was hard-won at 11:30 p.m. "Yes, the building," she insisted, her voice rising in desperation. "I need to get into it." "Oh, you're talking about building?" I asked, trying to clarify despite my sinking feeling. "Yes, and I'm hosting an important conference call in meeting room." Her voice was now bordering on hysteria. My head spun as the realization hit me. She hadn't told anyone about this meeting. "Have you arranged this with management?" "No," came the quiet reply, filled with a mix of fear and regret. "Well, ma'am, if there's no prior arrangement with management, building will have been locked down by security. Nobody knew you wanted to use that room out of hours." The caller paused for what felt like an eternity before her voice returned, now tinged with desperation. "Why won't you just open the door? Are you stupid?" I sighed deeply, feeling every ounce of frustration in my bones. "Ma'am, I've said multiple times that I'm not based on site and can't physically open a door from here." The silence was heavy before she spoke again, her voice low and menacing. "You're going to hang up on me? Are you stupid?" As if the situation couldn't get any more absurd or tense, she threatened to report me to someone I had never heard of. But there was nothing left for me to do. This was nothing left for me to do. This wasn't an IT issue. "Ma'am, as I've said, this isn't an IT emergency. If you want to speak to someone I've never heard of, that's your choice. However, we have other callers waiting for assistance." For those wondering, this particular business hadn't provided us with any escalation contacts for their security team, so if it was, and that's how I spent my night dealing with a situation where communication failed at every turn, and where the consequences of not telling anyone about your plans could be as disastrous as being locked out during an important conference call. So, what would you do in this situation? Would you have handled it differently? If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts on how you'd handle such a scenario in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with another wild ride through the world of late-night IT support.